persons were never shown.
And most for the opponent.
I don't know if I told you this, ever told you this story. When I was dating my girlfriend, who later became my wife, had this aunt. I don't know if I told to tell you this story.
Natasha MacArthur, however, victory at any cost, right?
Between 1952 and 1953, the first diet soft drink is sold, the first hydrogen bomb is built, the first barcode is used.
Ethel and I are determined to show our husbands that we can hold down the job.
If one piece of candy gets past you and into the pack.
Now that rations have ended and more material is available, I want to make use of it all. I've been working on some designs that I would like to see on the streets by the end of this month.
Do some valuable community service. Pinkifying. I believe that everything should be pink. In the White House, the bedroom is pink. My husband Ike, the hardened military general, wears pink.
And the theme is Masketeer roll call when Masketeers introduce themselves by name to the castle.
Now it's time to say goodbye.
The money! Audience, please note that this show may appear to be rigged, but it's completely legal because no law was passed after the quiz show scandal.
What? When? So, my vaccine was open to the public and helped millions thrive. You see, before I found ways spreading polio, thousands of people were dying annually from disease in America alone.
Liverpool game. South.
Coming up from Rocky Game 2, manager Casey Stengel gave Larson another chance. No one spoke to Larson as the game progressed. No one would break the spell.
I got onto the bus and I walked down the 10 sections to the colored section. As the bus went on its route, the bus filled up, and when a few whites got on, also in the bus stop, and the bus driver, James S. Blake, came down to my row and said that we had to get up to make room for the whites.
I was very impressed by their system of high-speed highways, and he wanted to make something comparable like that in the U.S.
Right in just a moment, but first, here's a word about a fine product of Glazer.
No wonder. Everyone
What
likes
a
Coke.
lovely family!
That's why it's wise to
So girls, we're never gonna be.
The name was officially changed on September 25th, 1965, and it was a packed with excitement as ever.
What do they call it nowadays? They say we accomplished nothing, that we didn't even win, that we ended up right back where we started. I watched a group of people standing in front of this wall and in front of me. They shake their heads sadly and mention countries like Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan. We never learn, they say, and walk away. Hot dogs, get your hot dogs. I should be able to afford an automobile. Here are various different cars from the 1950s. We have Cadillac, General Motors, Chrysler. My movies were perfect because the kid could be sleeping in his pajamas in the backseat and the parents could be watching a movie but not having to worry about their child. It also became very popular for going on dates, as Mr. Glazer solicits driving movie dating stories. Like, okay, we want you to lose by less, so then the people you're betting against will lose. So there was a big scandal in 1951, where basically, oh no, what am I going to do? Communist North Korea started to invade South Korea, which is a democratic country, and in this harsh times, I need to show the world that America stands for freedom and democracy. Ladies, General Douglas MacArthur here, at your service. Well, even though we're not technically declaring war, go get 'em, man. 1959. 3 men went up in flames. For Americans, because America is based on equality, and they said segregation and equality. Well, that's an oxymoron, because if they're segregated, that means that they aren't worthy of being placed with the whites. I believed I was turning my back on my lifelong dream of writing. Well, little did I know that not only was I not turning my back on writing. I was in fact only giving myself something to write about.
There's a two-part question, public reaction and the government's reaction.
I mean, I died in 1964, but later on, the other path is the one less traveled by, the one that I traveled by, and the one that I hope that when you strive to emulate my legacy, you will choose to go on that path as well. Men and women are equal, and we believe in humanism.
You think men and women are equal, and they should have equal rights, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm an 80.
You look like that.
Thank you.
I never would have believed it.
I wanted to present the audience with a little bit of challenge, and that is to, in the next 24 hours, to do something radical, to do something outrageous. Doesn't matter what it is.
You shouldn't tell that to the girls.
That's a good thing. Good thing. You never know what they can do. Only they know.
Well, you have two girls to your left that I wouldn't suggest.
I'm looking forward.
They might just go out and do it, right?
I think that the best art is dance. So these are,
That's an example of silk screen.
yes, that is art.
Oh, you feel that's fun. How many times have you done?
When Glazer shot me, I did not really doubt that. Before I was shot, people would say that when you're watching a movie is so unreal. I realized when I was shot that real life is not real, and I realized that I wasn't living, I was watching television.
Loved what I was doing, and I just wanted women to know that they can be anything they want to be, and women shouldn't be treated like they have limited options. They should have the whole world open.
Teacher in Korea used to call me Mother Superior, and I would learn all about my son. And if the student graduated 12th grade as the same exact person she was when she entered in 9th grade, she has failed, because really it's all up to all parents who would come and check out Korea. If you're not looking for your child to change and grow, then this just none of my school Korea. I actually used to tell the teacher, I know my program, I know my schedule, I know when I need to give it. And I replied, I know my program, I know my schedule, I know when you cannot give it. And we kept bickering, and I realized we were not getting anywhere. And so I remembered that I had read that if you crack a joke and it's an argument, it can actually resolve the problem. So I said, boy, Mr. Glazer, am I glad I'm not married to you? And he replied, you're glad? And so the always saying, you gave me a kiss.
And it's just so fun to be able to go around and experience all this new type of feelings of zero gravity, and space together.
60s with special famous figures visiting us today live. So I would like to welcome Dr. Benjamin Stock, Jimi Hendrix, and Janis Joplin. For parents to trust their own common sense. The instinct is fun. On the other hand, there were still the parents who were devoted to my book, and I did. Cool, I definitely need your autograph after this show.
But you could tell I'm not a very conservative or conforming girl.
I taught myself using a tune from Elvis. I was inspired by Elvis when I was really young. And as I got, teen time, Muddy Waters, Gang, electric, sonic, anything that you can play an instrument. I believe that my roots were my first.
Jimmy actually used to walk around his school carrying a broomstick before he got his guitar, and the psychologist had what to say about that, but...
He had tears in his eyes, and he said, I'm 91 years old, and that's the first time someone called me mister. First time a white man called me mister. So that made me close, not because I was a Negro, but because he knew I could do it. And that was just proving that there's no difference between white and black in the abilities that they have, and really we can do the same thing they can.
And he got back to America, he wrote back, and we started correspondence, and it turned into a private courtship. And it was a nice, it was away from, that I was in public and a woman. It was special.
I went through a class that taught the ideas of now. The teacher said that because artists should...
The credit started rolling. The entire room got up and gave me the most incredible standing ovation. Right up in all.
A day goes by, but I do not feel remorse for what happened that day in Eli. I feel remorse for the Vietnamese who were killed, for their families, for the American people involved, and their families. I'm very sorry.
I suppose there is an underlying expectation other than happiness, although they never verbalized it. I think there's really like a universalness to it. Kind of like you walk in and you see the names and they just rise off the granite, and you see your reflection in the black and you just become a part of it. Yeah, there were a whole lot of tests. Medical tests, psychological tests, endurance tests. I remember one such test was an isolation test, where they put me in a black room, which was void of all sensory signals, and they told me, come out after 2 hours. Now, how the heck was I supposed to figure out 2 hours? There was no walk song. So I decided to use the song 15 Men in a Boarding House Bed, and I just sang it until I figured that 2 hours were up, and then I banged on the door, let me out of here. So what I meant to say was, that's one small step for a man, one giant for mankind. That's pretty redundant otherwise, and I got a lot of flack for that. Apparently the A didn't make it to mission control. Really
kept building as it was revealed. A Nixon's Creek, or Dirty Trick Committee, to re-elect him as president, led by John Mitchell.
When Nixon became president, he accepted this precedent of the previous president's actions and decided to spy on the Democrats and cover it up.
Consequentially, he had a forceful drive and passion in order to accomplish his goals. He would do whatever it took.
Richard Nixon won the presidential election of 1972 by a landslide.
Kennedy's leader, 4 of Nixon's top officials resigned. Chief of Staff.
He further abused his executive powers in trying to force government agencies onto his side.
As many others did in the past, many with the same mistakes as Nixon.
Authorized his committee for the re-election of the president, formerly operated by Segretti, to photograph the power. Instead, he was the first to resign because of the scandal around it. Other presidents before Nixon, such as FDR and JFK, were also guilty of abusing power. However, they were not called out on it, nor did they admit to it.